That did not work how I wanted that to. You just witnessed me almost crashing. Normally there's not a huge rut right here, but I just hit that. Right now we're gonna go to the field. Dad's planting corn right now. Not exactly fit, but June 1st is coming up pretty fast, and June 1st is the deadline to get crop insurance. So if we plant after that, we don't have full crop insurance. So we'd kind of like to get it in prior to that. I'm glad I caught that on video. That was pretty good. But it might be kind of noisy on the four-wheeler on the way over there. We're gonna take some grass paths through the field. I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes right now. But like I said, Dad's planting corn right now. So we're gonna go find him. I'm not gonna be the best at reading comments from you guys, but I'll do my best as I go along. Okay, let's go over there. It might be a little noisy with the wind and the four-wheeler, so turn your volume down. Okay. See a sweet outfit? Look at that. Got boots, shorts. What kind of four-wheeler is this? This is a Polaris Explorer 400. I think it's like a 1993. It's got 3,500 miles on it. I really hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm yelling right now, so hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. Oh man, there's a lot of dandelions over here. Alright, we'll get to the neighbor's waterway, which is a little nicer than ours, hopefully. This is the last field we just planted in. It's 105 acres. We got about 300 acres of corn left to plant. Dad's on a 110-acre field right now. We're hoping to get done tonight. We just started around 6 o'clock. It's definitely not ideal conditions. We just got 2 inches of rain 2 days ago, but it's drying on top and we're not plugging the planter, so it's getting late in the year, so we're going for it. We'll go back to me. I got some sweet hair going on, don't I? Once I get to the field, I can answer some more of your questions. There's a pheasant. We've been having some crazy amount of rain this fall. Spring, sorry. Spring. Tired if you can't tell. We had a lot of rain in the fall too, but this spring so far we haven't had 2 consecutive days where we could run in the field. It's been just rain, 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 sunny, sunny, rain, 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 sunny, rain, rain, rain. Yeah. Give me some more scenic views here. Pretty over this way. So we're gonna go look for wet spots ahead of him, because when it gets dark, he's gonna have a hard time seeing where they are. I brought two-way radios so we can communicate with each other. Sorry, it's kind of noisy. I wasn't really planning on that, but I figured you guys might like to see this, and we got about an hour of sunlight left, so we can talk for a little bit. We're about a mile away from Dad right now. I can't read the comments while I'm driving. It's not safe to text and drive. When I get to the field, I'll answer some more questions. Quad doesn't sound healthy. It's 1993. It's two-stroke. It's just how it's always sounded. All right, I got something kind of cool to show you guys. I'll pull over here for a second. So the other day I was spraying. I let my roommate drive the sprayer home because I wanted to take the semi, and it was raining, and I figured he'd be okay driving it a couple miles. But he got over for a sprayer and a planter, and he kind of dipped it off into the ditch a little bit, and he was fine here. And then Cooper got in to help him and decided to drive it forward into the ditch. These ruts are full of water right now, but if I stand in there, it literally goes all the way up to my hip. Pretty sketchy. You know, the sprayer is basically like this, and yeah, we ended up being able to pull all the way down into the ditch and drive out. So we were pretty lucky about that. Okay, for all of you guys who are new and or couldn't hear me when I was on the four-wheeler, 95. Good job. Yeah, that's what year it is. Something like that. But anyway, for those of you guys who weren't with me earlier, we're going to run out to the field that Dad is planting corn in right now. We're going to be looking for wet spots for him, because once it gets dark, he might have a hard time finding them. And he's got about 105 acres left in this field that he's in. And once we get that done, the next two fields we got for corn are going to be too wet, so we'll have to call it a night. But there's a 100% chance of rain tomorrow. So wonderful. Okay. Dad's just right up here. We'll go in that field and we'll go over the hill. A little more four-wheeler time. is Daddy Cornstar. Going back and forth, back and forth. How many acres do we have left? We have about 700 acres left total. About 200 acres of corn and 500 acres of beans left. And guys, no, I don't vape or smoke weed, so don't ask. Did we buy our 480C case new? No, we didn't. Rather see me or where I'm driving? I live in Iowa, guys. Read my video description on YouTube. It answers a lot of your questions. Well, it got pretty moist through here. Probably not going to be able to plant that. I know we're not going to be able to plant that. This farm here has a plug tile somewhere way up there, and we've had like 5 guys come out to check it out and no one can figure it out. So these waterways are a little rough. Okay, we're gonna go through this, see if we can prevent getting me full of water and mud. That's nice. Okay. Turn it to me. Sorry. Didn't read my comments until now. It is muddy in that spot, but here, hold on. We'll get up by Dad, then I'll get out and show you guys the dirt, how it's looking. I got a lot of trees in this field that need to be cut down. Another wet spot. Yeah. Works. Holy cow, that's a little bit wet right there. If you plant after June 1st, your coverage goes down significantly every day. I guess that's the way I take it, but I don't know the exact specifics on it. But basically, you're guaranteed so many bushels at a certain price, and then you pay your premiums on that, you know, just like an insurance policy on anything else. Then if you have hail come through and destroy a field, or if you have a drought or flooding, or can't get your crops in, but natural disaster basically, then you get paid for it. But you know, insurance isn't as good as actually getting a crop on it, so it's a little band-aid, but not enough to stop the bleeding, if that makes sense. We can plant 20 acres an hour with our planter. We have a white 16 row. We plant at about 4.8 miles an hour. Since we're kind of pushing the date a little bit, Dad might have bumped it up to 4.9. We'll see. We'll go up beside him here so you guys can watch it. We're coming up on Daddy Cornstar here in a minute. He's just over the hill. Cooper reeled this the other day. We got a very small window to do it, so we got this knocked down. Okay, there's Dad. Yes, we are using the 4840 to plant. We like that tractor on the planter. It's the power shift, so it's an 8-speed, but he gets by with it. A lot of people don't like the power shift because it shifts really hard. When you go from 3rd to 4th gear and then 7th to 8th, it's bad. And then 8th to 7th and 5th back to 4th. Okay, this is kind of what we're dealing with dirt. Definitely not ideal. Normally when you squeeze dirt together, you don't want it to clump up. I mean, it's breaking apart, but not ideal to plant in. If this was the beginning of May, we wouldn't be out here right now. But like I said, June 1st is coming up very quickly, and we have a lot of crops still to plant, and the forecast doesn't look promising. If I look on the forecast on the 10-day, there's only 2 days in the next 10 that have sun forecasted in them. You work with what Mother Nature gives you. Last year, to put this into perspective, we were done planting on May 9th. The past 5 years or so, we've been able to get in the field pretty early. We've been pretty spoiled. And then this year, it just was really cold and wet early, and you don't want to plant corn into cold ground, and you can't really plant it into wet ground. This is about as wet as I'd want to plant into, because what happens is you start plugging up the planter, and when you plug up the planter, it becomes a real pain. Okay, here's Dad coming up. Right now we are planting at 1.5 inches deep. We were planting at 2 inches deep, but we're getting later in the season, so we want that corn to pop up quicker. So we're going 1.5 inches right now. But normally we plant 2. And for those of you who are wondering about Stephen Kennedy, I made him an admin. I think that's what you call it. He's been a pretty loyal fan, and he answers a lot of questions on my YouTube. So that's why he's on there. That's why he has the little wrench by his name. We'll get up nice and close. Everyone say hi to Daddy Cornstar. Walking fast, he's planting faster than I can walk. Blacktooth, you are a loyal fan too. The squeaking you're hearing is from the scrapers on the disc openers. They keep dirt and mud from sticking to the disc openers. That way it'll make a nice furrow for the seed. We ended up taking off our row cleaners. We like to run them, but they were causing it to plug up, so we've been going without, and it seems like it's been planting really well. We're gonna go hand Dad a radio here in a minute. Go to the end, and then we'll look for some wet spots. It would help if I put it in gear. Okay. Hey, Jacob Abernathy, thank you for congratulating me on my graduation. I'm glad to be done. Oh, we are in a wet spot. Right there. See, you can't even see that's there. That's what we're looking for. We don't want Dad to get stuck. We'll give him the radio now. Hey, stop. Gonna get a radio out for Dad. Sure we got these things on right channel. Okay, we're good to go. We'll give him this one. We're live streaming, by the way.
Hi, everybody. When we get down to that end, we might need you to see how wet it is along the edge.
Okay.
And some of the spots I can't see until I'm right on them, and they just...
Right here in this little dip, there's a wet spot, so
okay.
Look out for it.
So little, you know, I can get through them, but
yeah.
I've hit a couple that...
Yeah. You're in a good chunk down already.
Yeah, I do.
Long rows help.
Yeah. I got, well, you can see right here, I got just a little more this way. I didn't know how far I could go down.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
If you get stuck, I know not to go there. But if you can check out the edges and stuff for me.
Yeah, I'll check out the edges so you can play some inroads down here.
Yeah, I can make a couple rounds here, but that end, I'm going to hit my end, and I need to see if I can go further.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll go along the waterway and check it out.
So what are you doing, talking to everybody now?
Yeah, live streaming.
All right.
Everyone's giving you a hard time.
Hey, you give me a hard time, I love it. And I thank you guys for all watching. We really appreciate it. It's been a nerve-wracking spring, so this really helps us.
Okay.
Okay, guys, thank you.
What we're gonna do is plug in my phone so it doesn't die. For those of you who don't have one of these, this is actually pretty handy. It just goes on a DeWalt battery. My radio, so I can talk to Dad. Close this. Set my phone down for a second. Phone just said 20%. We'll plug it in. Okay. Yeah. Dad just went through that wet spot. Looks nice. Okay, what we're gonna do is drive along the waterway here, and we're gonna see if we can find some areas we don't want to pull the planter through. Oh yeah, let me show you guys this four-wheeler real quick. This thing is pristine. We bought it from a guy who put literally 73 miles a year on it. Just got new tires on it, had original tires. So for being 25 years old, pretty clean machine. A lot of people have been asking about the mechanical front-wheel drive, why we don't have a front-wheel assist tractor, essentially. We get along without it just fine for a 16-row. When we upgrade to a 24-row planter eventually, yeah, we're gonna need a front-wheel assist, but for now, I'm pretty good with ours. This is a 400cc four-wheeler, by the way. So for all you new people to the chat, we're going around this field right now looking for wet spots so that Dad doesn't get stuck. Dad's planting corn. Got another spot. Why do you guys want me to drift so bad? You're not even gonna be able to see it. There's a baby one. How about, you guys happy? Okay, looks like we got a little bit of a wet spot down here. You can see where Dad pulled through that. It's a little moist. Right now I'm standing, I'm wearing my shorts. I got my rubber boots on. Sweatshirt. It's about 69 degrees out right now. Beautiful night. Basically blue skies. From central Iowa. Oh no, we got a very bad connection. This isn't good. Hopefully it'll snap out of that. I don't know what to do. How are we gonna know where the wet spots are later? Well, I'm gonna tell Dad, and I'll probably do a little bit of a U-ey around it so it stirs up some dirt so he can see it. And then we'll just kind of have in mind that, hey, in this section of the field, we have a wet spot. I can't do a wheelie in this four-wheeler, guys. It just doesn't have enough get up and go. If I was on my brother's quad or my old quad, I could do a wheelie. The longest wheelie I've ever done was 3/4 of a mile. I like doing wheelies. I used to ride a lot, but time is an issue now, so I don't ride the quad anymore. I sold it last summer, actually. It's pretty moist down here in the bottom of this V. There's Dad. You want me to poke a wet spot with my finger? Hey, why don't you dry out, please? Just so we can get our crops planted. Thanks. Dad's probably got 80 acres left in this field we're in. We'll get it done tonight. There's a 100% chance of rain tomorrow. And if we do get stuck with the tractor, we'll have to bring the four-wheel drive tractor down here to pull it out. Yeah, probably one of the four-wheel drives, probably the big one, just because it's easiest to get to. I've only seen the planter get stuck once, and we just brought in another tractor and pulled it out nice and easy. It's better to pull it out. Let me say that again. It's better to stop when you know you're not going to make it through than to keep digging and let it dig deep, because then it makes it that much harder to pull out. Will I ever do a history of our farm with my dad? Yeah, I can do that. I can definitely do that. I'm not going to do a burnout in this because I need both hands to do that, because this is my brake for my front wheels, and then I need my throttle, and I'm in four-wheel drive right now. Well, all-wheel drive. Okay, guys, okay, hold on. Ready? Happy? Dad has not made inroads over here yet. I barely scratched the surface with my wheels. Okay, got another wet spot here. Not gonna be able to plant through this one. We'll drive around it. Hey there, Daddy Cornstar. Down here by the snakeweed patch along the waterway, there is a decent little wet spot. In that one spot that's always here. It's probably 60 feet past that snakeweed spot, halfway down the angled end here. got like 6 inches of rain in the past week, something like that. No, 2 weeks. We're not super saturated, we're just consistently staying wet. I'm not gonna do donuts in a wet spot, guys, because I don't want to wash the four-wheeler later. Definitely not doing that. I'm kind of wondering if Dad turned his radio on or not. 6 inches of rain is your yearly total. Are you kidding me? I think last year during harvest, I want to say we got like 20 inches of rain. It was a lot. We're in another wet spot right now. And then this fall has basically been, why do I keep saying fall? This spring has basically been identical for the amount of rain we've been getting. We're gonna get out of this wet spot. We haven't had to do any replanting yet, fortunately. Some guys started planting in April, around April 24th.
Yeah, I got my radio on. I'm coming down that way. Can you hear me? Cool.
You're watching the live stream, aren't you?
Yeah, I got it on.
Well, I'll let them know that you're watching. Dad's watching the live stream.
Kind of a big wet spot here. I gotta go around, I think. I'll come down there and visit with you so I know what I need to do.
10-4, good buddy. We'll just wait down here for Dad. It's just a wonderful night. Planting in some mud, end of May. I got a sweet outfit on. Dad he went through a big wet spot, so we've been pretty lucky not to have any major flooding. It's just been wet. But creeks have basically rose to the edge of the bank and then gone down from there. So we've been pretty lucky that way. Most of our ground isn't river bottom ground or creek bottom ground. We have a few fields though that do have some creeks in them. But I think just, probably 4 farms we have a creek that has the potential to come out every now and again. Okay, now I can read some stuff. There's the four-wheeler just sitting there. Oh man, I was zoomed away, and sometimes these live streams are just a little interesting because I'm sitting here. I mean, I know I'm talking to you guys, but nobody's around me, so sometimes I just feel like I'm talking to myself. But I do that anyway, so not too much out of the norm. Creek, whatever people want to call it, a little stream. I'm using Central Iowa lingo. Okay, we're gonna scroll up in some comments because I missed a few. A lot of few. You guys like my hair? Dad's calling me. You want to say that again, Dad?
I said, Cole the corn star. How does your dad always stay so nice?
You know what, Nick Welker? You've been stalking me long enough, so, you know, that can stop at any time. Okay, we're gonna walk over and visit with Dad. Welkers are trying to steal all my farming ideas is what's going on. I'm on to you guys.
I'm listening to everybody. Hi guys! I'm going to find out from Cole how I can get around here without getting stuck. It's horrible. It's miserable. How far can I come out this edge?
Okay, this edge is decent. See that snakeweed patch right there?
Yeah.
There's a wet spot right after that, and then basically from right here where the soil starts getting dark up to there is looking pretty wet.
So if I stay on this side of this dark,
yeah,
I'll be okay?
Yeah,
just go an angle?
Yeah, so if you stayed out probably 16 rows here.
Well, you just kind of stay ahead of me if you can. And
I can do that.
Okay. We're going to try it, guys. Yeah, it's hard. I don't know how much I can get. You know, did it look pretty decent over the hill once I get through that wet
Yeah,
spot?
over the hill at the very bottom of that V down there.
Okay.
I mean, it's just always kind of wet down there. But I haven't hopped in any of these valleys yet. So.
Okay. Just kind of watch me. That's why I hope this chunk might be pretty good and that other chunk might be pretty good.
Yeah, none of those really have too many wet spots. Besides this little section right here in that corner over there, there's a little wet spot, but you can see that one easily. And then right at the bottom.
Okay. I'll try it. Thank you guys. I'll let you get back to Cole.
Okay, we'll walk back to the four-wheeler. Hey, we're gonna give a big congratulations to Welker's Farms 2. They just hit 200,000 subscribers. That is crazy. I remember when I was watching farm videos like several years ago, theirs were like, this is like before anybody farm vlogged, and they had these sweet time-lapse videos of them getting some stuff done. And then when they started vlogging, I was like, no, that's not the same, guys. Like, but it was. So I like watching them. They're a good time. Not gonna lie, Nick, I steal some editing ideas from you, or I think I steal them. All right, don't even joke about flat tires here. There goes Dad going. Hey, Lukey Luke TV, thank you for the $2. I can buy some peanuts. Yeah, I like eating peanuts. That's what I like about YouTube. My YouTube money buys my groceries. I'm very fortunate for you guys. What did I see? I saw something about field tile. Okay, this farm is tiled very well. It's just, it's wet. And along this waterway, it's plugged up here somewhere and nobody can figure it out. We've had like 5 guys come up and look at it, and it's kind of destroyed the waterway. It needs to be shaped at some point. This field here has been in my family for almost 100 years. My great-grandfather farmed it, and then he sold it to my great-uncle, and then we rent it from him. It's weird talking while I'm reading the comments because I feel like I'm being quiet and I'm trying to be as entertaining as possible. Levi Marsh, thank you for the donation. We have about 300 acres of corn left to plant if we wanted to, if the weather would allow, but I think we're going to get 200 of it in because two of our farms don't have corn chemicals on them yet, so we still have the chance to plant beans on them. So I think that's what we're going to do. Kelly Book. I'm just kidding. It's Kelly Boak. That's one of my relatives. She just joined the chat. Good to have you here. Glad to see my family still likes me. Live streaming is a learned skill. It is so awkward. Well, I'm gonna have to agree, Nick. You are pretty awkward. Don't know what to tell you about that. Right now, we are out in a cornfield, scouting out some wet spots for Dad. I told him I was gonna go ahead of him, but then I got talking to you guys. What he's gonna do is leave 16 rows along this waterway that we're not gonna get a plant just because it's super muddy through here. I'm in a wet spot right now. There's a bug on me. Dad's getting this painted out right now with his GPS. That way when it gets dark, he'll know where the wet spots are and not to venture into them. Now, I'm not gonna lie, before I started making videos, I was watching Minnesota Millennial Farmer, aka MFer, and the Welkers, and I don't know, you just kind of look at them as like a celebrity, so when they start talking to you, it's kind of cool. I do my best to respond to all of your guys' comments, or if you message me on Instagram, I try my best to get back to you. I can't get them all, but I probably get 95% of them. Okay, here goes Dad. Right now he's spinning his wheels. Look at him go! Hammer down! Yeehaw! Dad turns his lights on, everyone in the stream is going to be blinded. We put some new LEDs on this tractor this year. They do a really nice job. He's going to hear this in about a minute and then he's going to turn them on. Just watch. We are planting corn right now. And we do have auto steer in this tractor. This is new to us this year. The only thing we've ever had auto steer in was our sprayer, but now we have it in this tractor. This is a 1980 John Deere 4840. It's got just over 6,000 hours on it. The guy who owned it before us was the only owner. He passed away, and this was the tractor his wife drove around, and she babied it. In our planter, we bought from another neighbor who passed away, unfortunately, but it's been a good planter for us. We're going to scoot away from him a little bit so I can have some more room. Right now I'm cranking my head way back to see him. We are planting 1,300 acres of corn this year, but well, that was the plan. We're probably going to be at around 1,200 though. And we use this planter for soybeans as well. Oh, he just kicked one set of lights on. He hasn't turned his big ones on yet. Uh-oh. Oh, there he goes. Turn the lights on. I told you guys he was gonna. Nice and bright. Does my brother want to farm when he's older? Yes, he does. Okay, Dad's coming up on a wet spot. We're gonna let him know. Hey, you're coming up on a wet spot there, Big Chief. Looks like he just decided not to go through it at all. Wow, Dad. Good job. This is the wet spot he decided not to go through. It looks pretty soggy right there. There's going to be several acres of this field that we're not going to be able to plant. And we don't want to do that, but that's just the reality of it sometimes. If it's going to be too wet, it's not worth getting the tractor stuck and or plugging the planter. When you plug the planter, it takes about 30 minutes to an hour to get it unplugged, depending how bad you plugged it. And if you do the whole thing, it can be longer than that. We don't want to do that. Dad's booking along right now. We're gonna drive ahead of him a little ways so he can see if there's any wet spots down here, down the hill a little more. Over here is pretty good. This little section right here, I'm gonna switch hands. This little section right here on the hill has a few rocks in it. Nothing like what the millennial farmer deals with. Our big rocks are probably 6 inches across on this hill. A lot of them are like this, or like this. Got you guys. But we try to pick those up when we can, but the rest of the field really doesn't have any rocks. Every now and again, you'll pull one out that's like a foot. That's a pretty big rock. But if you're digging around, sometimes in very secluded locations, you might find a millennial farmer-sized rock. But that's pretty rare, and you're usually doing some excavator work when you find one of those. I've never, that's a lie. I probably found 5 of those in my lifetime. But they usually just barely poke out of the ground, so they just wait for you to hit it with something. We do have blockage monitors on our planter. Every row has them. It's in the seed tube. It just lets you know when seed's not passing through it. We plant about 1,700 acres total. About 1,300 of that corn, 400 beans. We like doing corn on corn better because beans are just kind of a pain sometimes. Because a lot of days you won't be able to get to plant them. I mean, you won't get to harvest them till late in the afternoon, and then as soon as it gets damp out, you can't pick them again. So we just kind of like corn on corn. This field right here was not chisel plowed. It was real disc. That's our vertical tillage. So it just turns about the top this much up, and it does a really nice job. Breaks down all the residue nice and little, nice and flat. This is one pass with it. We really like it. Okay, let's get back to doing what I said I was gonna do. Look for some more wet spots before it gets too dark. I'm gonna turn our light on. There we go. Put some sun on my legs. These bad boys haven't seen light in a very long time. I think I wore pants every day last summer except 3 days. I just like wearing pants. Yeehaw! Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. What engine does our dually have in it? Our dually has an 8-liter. It's the same engine that a Viper has in it, or the small Viper, I guess. The big one that's got the 8.2. Ours has the 8. It's a good engine. It was actually replaced probably 10 years ago because the old one blew up. Some freak anomaly. It's got a V10. Yeah, and our red Chevy, that engine also blew up a couple years ago. One of the, what do you call it? Injector? Is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah. It stuck and filled the cylinder with gasoline, and then when they started it up, it went boom! $4,500 later, we had a new engine in it. Okay, I just found another wet spot. I'm gonna sit over here. Right where I'm at right now Dad has a little wet spot here, probably 50 by 50.
South of me here along the drawway. Can I get along that?
I'll go check it out again.
I'll probably make one more round and then I should be able to get down to it.
10-4. The Chevy does have a 5.7 liter engine in it. Okay, I did graduate from college, guys, so now I can be at the farm full time. I graduated with a finance degree, so I'm done with school now. It was a good time, but definitely wouldn't do it again. Okay, also, a lot of people have asked me to play Farming Simulator. I just don't have time to play the video games right now, and I don't really care for them. Especially, I don't know, Farm Simulator just seems boring to me, but I might try it down the road. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, Dad wants to know if he can plant down along this waterway. It's a little soggy looking, but nothing a screwdriver won't fix if we plug up a row. And if he does plug up a row, I can just tell him to figure it out. I get bad connection when I'm in this hill. Some reason. You should be good, Dad. It's a little damp, but I don't think you're gonna get stuck in it. There's just a couple like 10-foot little patches here and there that are just a hair damp, but overall I think you're gonna be okay.
Okay, I'll go down that when I get down that and see how it is.
Okay. Pretty hungry, guys. Gotta make supper yet. We can go 70 acres or so without refilling our planter. This planter has kind of small boxes on it. They're only 1.6 bushel. A lot of them are 3 bushel boxes. We wanted 3 bushel boxes on this planter, but apparently they can't handle it. Something breaks on the planter because it's too heavy. We're gonna try to get a spot in the field that's got better reception. I don't know what makes good reception or not. This is very bad connection. Thanks for stopping in, Nick. I'm glad you joined. Watch my awkward boringness at times, but we all start somewhere. Have a good one. Tonight for supper, I'm probably going to end up making chicken. We'll go with some chicken thighs. We'll bake them in the oven. I can make some guacamole, put it on there. I really like guacamole. I got some grapes, I got some bananas, I got some applesauce, probably have a little bit of all of that. I got some spinach I might put in with that. It's going to be a good time. Will we ever get a front wheel assist tractor? Down the road, yes, when we turn my lights off quick. When we get a 24-row planter, we're going to need a front-wheel assist tractor because these ones just don't have enough power to pull a 24-row, and you need to have a lot of hydraulic power, and these just don't have a pump big enough to keep up with it. So, down the road, yeah. Swan, Iowa. I've never heard of that. You tell me how far you are from Marshalltown, Iowa, and that tells you how far you are away from me. This four-wheeler doesn't sound very healthy. Well, it is a two-stroke. It's 25 years old. It's got 3,515 miles on it. So pretty low miles, but it sounds fine. It might just be the phone, the way it sounds coming through that. My favorite time of the year is definitely harvest. I like planting. I mean, I am all screwed up today with fall and spring. Jeez. I like harvest. It's a good time. It's fun to be in the combine. You get a lot of stuff done. It's kind of like mowing the lawn. You get really good satisfaction about just seeing stuff get done. And when you're harvesting, you definitely see that. Like when you're planting right now, like you can't tell what's been planted or not from this perspective. So planting's pretty enjoyable too, but not as fun as driving the combine. Will we ever get a new combine? Down the road, not brand new though, probably 3 or 4 years old when we do upgrade, but ours works just fine right now. Combines are expensive. We got a lot of other projects we want to do, and they don't give those projects away. The house that I live in needs new siding, needs new windows. Probably looking at close to $30,000 to do all that. We got some other repairs on buildings and bends, and we need a lot of rock around the yard. You know, things like that. They just all kind of add up over time.
Down here on this north edge, can I go along it?
Yeah, at the very bottom, you're gonna find a little wet spot, but if you stay away, you'll see it. You're coming up on it in about 50 yards, but then you should be decently okay.
Okay, come on and get these inroads quick so I can kind of see.
All right, sounds good. Will we ever grow wheat? Nobody grows wheat around
Maybe
here.
I should have planted across like Fred and Larry did last year.
I mean, yeah, you definitely could over there.
Well, I think now I'll plant it back the other way, but I could have crossed the drawway, but I didn't know if it was wet.
Yeah, it might just be better safe than sorry.
I think so.
That waterway's surprisingly not too bad, but, you know, it'd be the pits to get the planter stuck tonight. If we do upgrade planter tractors in the future, when we upgrade planters, I'd kind of like to get at least a 300 horsepower tractor. We have some decent rolly hills here. We got a couple farms that have fairly good sized hills, so I just want plenty of power to get it pulled up. Not that much difference between a 250 horsepower tractor to a 300 horsepower tractor in cost, so I'd rather just get one that was a little bigger.
How close can I get to the edge down here, Cole?
You'll be fine going all the way up to it. In about 100 yards, you're gonna run into that one wet spot by that snakeweed I was telling you about earlier, but other than that, then you should be good to go all the way up to the area that you already had planted to the northeast of that.
Okay, I'll turn around at that snakeweed.
It's just before the snakeweed. You'll see it. You're coming up on it in about 50 yards. Will we ever grow taco plants? That'd be pretty cool. I do want to grow a garden though. Probably won't be able to do it this year because I'm cleaning the house, I'm cleaning up the grove, I'm cleaning the farmyard. I got like 4 buildings I need to clean out. We got another rental property that I need to clean out all the buildings there so we can get more stuff inside. Got another property I want to clean out the buildings on. And then my parents' place has a couple buildings I want to clean up. Then I got 2 roofs I need to do, 3 roofs actually, and then yeah, so that'll be this summer. Probably won't get them all done, but that's kind of my goals. And then next year I'd like to plant a garden. I think having a garden would be really cool. When it comes to a front wheel assist tractor, I don't know what kind we'd get yet. Probably Case IH, but wouldn't be opposed to trying other brands. I guess we can do some demos and see what we like and talk to some other farmers and mechanics and you guys to see what's a good reliable machine. Motorcycles. I like my motorcycle. I have a Kawasaki Vulcan 800. It's a 2003. I really like riding. It's fun. I haven't got to ride it yet this year though, but it's been so wet and cold. The past 10 days are like the only 10 days we've had above 70 degrees this year. For getting a new one, I think that would be cool, but I don't need a new one right now. But maybe next year. It all depends. I'm not made of money, and I have a lot of projects that require a lot of money. I also have a lot of fence I want to pull this year. I have a lot of trees that I need to cut down, especially in fields. I want to get on a better maintenance program where we just go through a field every year, and it's really easy to kill them when they're the size of your finger versus when they're 40 feet tall. So we just have a lot of catching up to do on maintenance work, and then we have a lot of waterways that need repaired, but we'll probably only be able to do a field or 2 a year, because if any of you have ever hired a bulldozer before, you know it's not exactly cheap, and it's pretty easy to get 30 grand into a waterway within a few days of running a bulldozer. So we'll try to do a field or 2 a year, and then eventually all our fields will be doing well, and we'll just keep them up from there. Do we have our 4840 tuned up any? Nope, it's just a stock tractor. I believe it's 180 horsepower. It's a really good machine for us. We really like it. We just wish it had more gears. The Case 7140 is a 205 horsepower tractor, and that has 18 gears versus the 4840 having 8. And sometimes you just want that tweener gear, and that's our only thing we don't like about this tractor. We have about 200 acres of corn left to plant, and we don't have to plant any more windmills because they're already up and going. I turned the fans on tonight, just got them going a little bit to dry out some soil, but didn't want to turn them on too much because they're kind of expensive to run. Dad's down here planting still. Roy Nelson! If any of you guys watch my videos and you read the comments, look for Roy Nelson's comments. That man leaves some really nice comments, and they're long. I always get a kick out of reading his. And for the rest of you, if you leave comments, we all read them. My dad, my mom, my sister, my grandma, my grandpa, everybody reads them. We all like them. We get a good kick out of them, especially funny ones, and then there's a lot of heartfelt ones, and there's a lot of cool stories. So be sure to comment on all my videos, guys. We really like reading them. I got a moth trying to attack my head right now. Any hunting ground a guy can get out there that you know of, asking for a friend. Well, if you know where I live and you know me in person, come ask me to hunt, and there's a good chance I'm gonna let you. Unless you come with like 20 guys and 4 dogs, then don't even bother. But if it's just a couple guys, father, son, yeah, I'll let people hunt. You haven't even started field work in Wisconsin. Wow. That would be rough. We're about halfway done at the moment. These 4 windmills, that one right there. How do I... that one right there, that one, the one behind it, and that one. are all ours. It's kind of getting dark pretty soon. We do have some pheasants. Not that many, but we just saw one earlier in the live stream. Remember at the beginning of the live stream when I was riding my four-wheeler up the ditch and hit a hole and it made me drop my phone and then the handlebar smacked me in the face? If you missed that, when you're done watching, be sure to go back and watch it. It's literally within the first 30 seconds of me starting the live stream. It's a good time, good time. There's a lot of people really behind on planting this year, and that's just the way Mother Nature's been. I feel for people who have less done than we do, because we feel behind. But there's some people who haven't even turned a wheel yet, which would be really, really hard. Okay. A lot of people have asked about this, so we're going to explain it. The windmills are not ours directly. What happens is, the windmill company came to us. They got permission from each farmer to survey the land for different wind speeds and stuff. Like, this was like a 2-year process of them doing testing and things to find the most optimal places for the windmills and how far they have to be from homes, and if, you know, one farmer wanted them or not, and, you know, getting all that stuff done. Then they had to get it approved with our county courthouse, had a voting to get it passed. And so then they come in, and if you wanted one and they wanted to put one on, then they lease the ground from you, and then you get paid for having the windmill on your ground. You get paid based off how much electricity it produces, and then you also get paid for the wind rights on your ground. So it's all your fields within a mile of the windmill. So if you have 1,000 acres within a mile of the windmill, then you get paid for your wind rights on that 1,000 acres. Here comes Dad and Planner. So we're a big fan of having the windmills because if you can basically rent a farm while still getting to farm it, it's pretty nice. We do get paid for having the windmills. Yes. For all we're concerned, they could put windmills on every square inch of our property and we would not be offended at all. But they have to be at least a quarter mile away from each other. I don't know why, that's for safety reasons. I've never seen any catch on fire, but there was one about 5 miles away that a blade just fell off in the middle of the night. But no one was out there, didn't hurt anybody. It's not close enough to anything to hurt it. What's one big project I would like to get done this summer? I definitely want to get the farmyard cleaned up. I want the grove cleaned up. I want around the buildings cleaned up. I want the auger graveyard cleaned up. I want the heated shop cleaned up, and then I want the garage right beside the house cleaned out. Those are kind of my really big projects that I want to get done. And it's going to look really nice around there once it's all cleaned up. Once the sun goes down, guys, I'm probably going to have to end my live stream because you're not going to be able to see me here in a few minutes. It's been a nice night. I'm glad I got to talk to you guys. What do I think of current corn prices? Well, they're pretty sucky. We contract all of our grain on the Board of Trade, the Chicago Board of Trade, so we have it marketed 12 to 18 months in advance. So, like with the tariffs and stuff, we haven't seen too many.
If you go straight north of you, Cole, is that muddy or am I okay to go through it? About where I'm at now.
I think you're okay. But, so, you know, we're not kind of affected by that kind of thing yet. But I'll drive down there because where you're at right now looks pretty muddy. So, yeah, that's what I think of corn prices. We have a lot of corn out there right now, so you know, what do you do? Dad is really spinning right now. Hopefully he does not get stuck. This is pretty wet where I am. Yep, this is the wet spot. Yeah, Dad, right here is a wet spot for probably your next 4 rounds or so. There's just a straight catty corner from here down to the waterway.
Okay, so I should probably go another round or 2 before I try going through it again.
At least uphill, yeah.
Okay.
On the other side of it, you probably got an acre here you could get, but if you, yeah, you probably don't want to go up it.
Okay, sounds good.
Do I have high-speed internet? Depends what you want to call high speed. My internet at school, I could upload a 20 megabyte video in about half an hour. Here, that video would probably take a day and a half. So, not blazing, but I can do a video in less than 24 hours to upload, and I can watch videos without having buffering, so I can't really complain too much. What made me start my YouTube channel? Well, a lot of people ask me what I do on the farm, and they live in Iowa and have no idea, so I figured, how's the rest of the world supposed to know when people in Iowa are surrounded by it all the time? So that's why I started the channel. I had the idea when I was in grade school, but no one was making farm videos at that time, and I didn't want to be making videos that no one was going to watch. But then last year during college, I sat down and ran across the Millennial Farmer, and I'm like, huh, I can do that. So then I started, and it's been going good ever since then. There's a bug on me. I don't see it. Do we have any big expenses coming up on the farm this year? We've had a lot of expenses this past year, just random repairs, and last year we had a lot. We went over about twice what our budget was for repairs last year because freak stuff just happened. This year has kind of been the same way. The most expensive project is definitely going to be the house, but it's got to be done. I'm hoping the junk around in the grove and in the auger graveyard will be enough to cover a majority of it. We're gonna have a nice little acre patch of field here that's not gonna be planted. Dad's turning around right now because there's a nice wet spot here. He almost got stuck in it a minute ago, but it goes down the field a little ways. So he's not gonna get it planted. Kind of a bummer. At least for planting. What do I think about the tariffs? I don't get too political with things. You know, sometimes stuff has to get worse before it gets better. And if you firmly believe in something and stand it with it, you know, sometimes things don't always go the way you want to go, but that's kind of how leveraging in business works. So we'll see. If it persists, I might change my mind on it, but for now, I'm not too worried about it. God will provide. God always provides. I'm not seeing the bug, guys. turn the four-wheeler off. My stomach's growling. Dad's probably gonna be out here till midnight tonight or better. He's gonna need seed in, I don't know, a little while. But we're only a mile from the main farm right now, which is where I live. So, not very hard to run up there and go grab the dually. What's my advice for someone who wants to get started into farming? Well, just be prepared to work a lot, and it's not exactly bread and butter all the time. You're gonna have a lot of days you want to pull your hair out, and you're not gonna have the money you need a lot of the times, and you have to figure out a lot of stuff on your own. Marrying a farmer's daughter would be a good way to get into farming, though. Preferably only child, farmer's daughter. But do I watch Andy Detweiler, aka the Harmless Farmer? I do. I really like watching him. He's interesting. He just came out with a new video explaining how he lost both of his arms, and he kind of talks with his whole family. Your front wheels are in the wet spot right now, Dad, so you might want to lift through it. Good job, good job. Have we ever thought of converting our acres to organic? Okay, guys, before I answer this question, I'm gonna mention that it's getting dark out, so if you guys want me to keep talking when you can't really see me the best, I can keep talking. But otherwise, if it's gonna get super dark and you don't want to listen to my beautiful voice, we can end the live stream. You guys just let me know what you want to see, because I'm gonna be out here for a while yet. But organic farming. So around here, I'm right in Dad's way. It's not that I'm against organic farming, it's just that around here you have to have a field, have no chemicals on it for 3 years, and trying to swing those 3 years would be very difficult financially. And then we'd have to clean all of our equipment out when we switch from conventional to our organic stuff, and I don't really know how to control the weeds on something like that, because there are a few farmers around that are organic, and it is literally all weeds. And I really like the idea of it, but I just swinging it from a business perspective at this point would be very difficult. Do I watch One Lonely Farmer? I've watched some of his videos. Kind of slow paced for my style. It's not that I don't like what he's talking about. He's interesting. He's fun to listen to. He's got some good stuff. But I just like videos that jump around a lot. You know, like the Welkers, you're always seeing something new. It's my videos, you know, always something new. The Millennial Farmer, always something new. It just keeps your mind stimulated. But yeah, I watch his videos from time to time. He's got some good points in some things. Hey, Andy Detweiler, aka the Harmless Farmer. Hey, if you guys aren't subscribed to him, go check him out before you subscribe, I guess. But Very interesting guy, a lot of fun to watch. I'm doing very good. We were just talking about you a little bit ago. Your new video, it's fun to watch. My mom actually mentioned to me this morning, she's like, hey, do you know who the Harmless Farmer is? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I was watching a video last night and it was just so touching about his family telling the perspective of how he lost both of his arms, and it was hard to listen to his mom talk, and it was just really touching to her. So you've impacted some people with that. Ooh, Dad's shining the light on me. Okay, I'm just going to answer this question because everybody seems to want to know. Do I have a girlfriend? Okay, watch my video before this last one that I posted, right at the beginning. Look who I'm sitting by in IHOP. There you go. That's your answer. So drones. I think a drone would be really cool. I can definitely get a lot of unique shots with it. I can tie it into my B-roll. If you don't know what B-roll is, look that up. It's kind of hard for me to explain. But basically like transitional music frames in my videos. I'd be able to get a lot of neat things with that. So I'm considering it, but I definitely want to buy a new camera first. Funds are a little short for a camera at the moment, but hopefully here soon I'm going to be able to buy a camera. I'd like to buy a GoPro down the road too, so I can stick one of those, you know, like on the planter or the disc or, you know, wherever. Ooh, Dad is spinning right now. He's gonna back out of that one. That was definitely the right thing to do right there, Dad. I think once you get to that little ridge, you're gonna be fine. You're almost out of it. Right now, I use my iPhone 7 to record all my videos on. I'm on my iPhone 7 right now, but I'm looking at a Canon M50, and then I want to get an external mic on that, because right now, if it's windy at all, I can't record in the wind because you can't hear me. It just sounds like, and I don't want to be putting videos out that you guys can't understand what I'm saying. So once I buy a camera, that's going to be really nice. Oh, Dad hit another wet spot, it looks like, so he's going to back up again. Let you guys check that out. But then definitely would like to get a drone down the road, GoPro, filming camera, and then all my phone and stuff too for miscellaneous bits. But then definitely going to be able to improve my cinematography a lot, and I'm happy with that. I tried getting Premiere Pro for my editing, because at school I used Final Cut Pro, which was on a Mac, and I don't have a Mac at home, but my computer would just not handle Premiere Pro, and it did not want to work very well for me when I tried the free trial. So I'm not getting that. I'm just using Windows Movie Maker right now, which you can't even get anymore. It's that old. I like it. I just wish I could detach audio from the video so that I could do voiceovers and stuff. I wish I could blur on it, and I wish it wouldn't randomly corrupt my files. If it didn't do those things, I would love it. But it does the job right now. I don't need to get a chain for the tractor right now. Dad's able to get through okay. Dad doesn't seem to push the tractor much in the mud. We got that from my grandpa. As soon as you start spinning, just stop and back out of it, because it's not worth sinking it all the way to the belly. A lot of you guys have been asking for merchandise, I do have someone working on a logo for me right now. I'm just trying to find a logo that I like. I'm kind of picky when it comes to that stuff, so I want one that I like. And then I'm gonna have shirts and all the goodies. Different shirts are gonna say different things, Corn Star related, of course, so you guys are gonna enjoy that. But it's gonna be a little while before that stuff comes out, because then once my logo's done, then I need to talk with some shirt people, get all the details ironed out about that. I've never sold merch before, so I'm gonna have a lot of learning to do when it comes to that. I've also been trying to work with some other companies, see if we can do a little bit of win-win. I can show some really cool products if, you know, they're willing to work with me on that. I make $10 an hour on the farm, and I don't record my hours very often. I made $4,300 last year, so if you guys want to check out my tax return, you can see that I'm not lying. So if I can make some money from my YouTube videos and through sponsorships and stuff, I'd really like to do that, because there's just a lot of projects I want to do that I can't finance right now. And, you know, I'm not out here buying new trucks or anything like that. I'm trying to improve the farm and make it a great place to work, and nice, efficient place. Bring it back to the glory that it was when it first started, and was nice and clean and organized, and everything worked. So that's kind of my dream. Sorry, I have not been reading that many comments while I've been talking. A lot of times when I talk, I don't know why I've always done this, but like my vision kind of blacks out, and I'm just in my mind thinking about what's going on. For those of you guys who are new to the chat right now, I'm sitting in a field in the dark right now because I don't have a light to point on me, but Dad's planting behind me. I'm just scoping out wet spots for him, and then when he needs seed here in a little bit, then we'll go get him seed. But yeah, we're just chatting right now. Okay, we're gonna catch up here on the chat a little bit to talk to people. DaVinci Resolve. I'm gonna try to screenshot that. I'm gonna look that up later. I like simple editing software. Simple editing software is awesome. Simple, but does the stuff I need it to do. You know, I'm not making movies, so I don't need crazy editing software. Just stuff to do the basics and some cool things every now and again. What are my plans with the house? Okay, so the house my family bought in 1939. My great-grandfather bought it, and then my great-uncle, well, then they built a new house right across the road. So in my videos, when you see me at the main farm and the house across the road, my great-grandfather built. But then my great-uncle actually started farming before my grandfather did, and he farmed for 2 years, and he just didn't make it. The markets weren't with him at the time, and wasn't able to continue farming. So then when my grandpa got back from the Coast Guard, he started farming, and then he lived there. And so I don't think anything's been done to the outside of the house since. So it's probably been like 70 years since the siding's been gone through. I want to rip all the siding off, all the old softening off, replace that. Needs new windows. The inside of the house is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Right now my goal is to get it clean, but eventually down the road, when I'm making the real big bucks, I'm gonna have to afford to fix that thing up. But I would kind of like to gut it. I want to keep all the original woodwork and stuff, but some of the walls are starting to crack in a few places. There's a ceiling in one of the rooms is starting to fall a little bit. A couple of the closets have ceilings that are starting to fall a little bit. It's just got 102-year-old wiring in the house. You know, just things like that. Each room has one plug-in in it that you gotta have a special adapter to plug into. you know, just a few things to kind of modernize it a little bit, make it a little safer. But I would like to keep the original woodwork and stuff. But that's down the road because I definitely can't afford to do anything like that right now. But I'll give you a tour of that place in the future. Right now, and you know what, I'm not even going to say it because as soon as I say it, it's going to happen. So we're not going to do that. Right now, Dad is planting in the field here. We're almost done with this middle section. This middle section is the biggest part of this farm. I think it's 65 acres. It's got half-mile rows. No, not quite that long. Just about, though. And at the longest part of it, but then it starts to V down into being shorter. Dad's down in the V right now. And then once he gets done with that, then there's 3 other sections that are separated by waterways that he'll get to. And hopefully we'll get this field done tonight. As you guys know, if you follow me on my Instagram, and if you don't, it's at Cole the Corn Star. No spaces, no capitalizations. You'll find me on there. But I don't go to bed at a good time at all. And I'm probably going to be up pretty late tonight again. You guys want to see more videos with Daddy Cornstar and Dalton? Okay, this is how the filming works here at Cornstar Farms. If people want to send me clips, people being Dad or Dalton, then all they got to do is send them to me and I'll put them in the video. But I haven't got any clips from Dalton yet. Which is fine. If he doesn't want to be in it, that's okay. He doesn't mind when I record him though. So when I'm with him, I can give some. But Daddy Cornstar does have some clips. I have enough footage for like 4 more videos right now. I just haven't had the time to put them together. So there's a lot more with Daddy Cornstar coming up. Oh yes, on the house too. I would really like to put in some better insulation because this thing has a boiler and a furnace in it. It's that big. So that's kind of a lot on the heating bill. So better insulation would definitely be really nice. But like I said, with the house repairs, that's down the road quite a ways. Okay, Dad just got out of the planter. He stopped for a minute. I'm coming over to you, Dad. We're going to go see what's up with him. I feel like he plugged something. We're in a wet hole right now. I forgot I parked right on top of one. Washout.
Where can I have mud in that tube?
Oh. So how had Daddy Cornstar, guys?
Hi guys! We're playing in the mud yet. Does this get out of the mud fairly soon, you think, or is it?
Yeah. Down along the waterway would be the stickiest spot.
I mean, right now I'm kind of in some goop.
Okay. We're almost to the end, so
yeah.
maybe he's got a couple rounds left.
I don't know if I can go on that other side and we'll look at it. I might have to do some rows this way just to...
Yeah. Get it planted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then a flashlight.
You're crossing for this. That section is just right over here. You'll see my tracks where I went through with the sprayer. So you'll probably want to get that next.
Okay. Yeah. That might not work out too bad because I might have enough seed for that. I'll get this. So show me where to cross when I get ready to cross. Get that, and then we can go back over there and then go out that way.
Sounds good. Because then everything will just be up front after that.
Yeah. We'll try it. Getting a lot of... It's working nice.
Yeah.
I was listening to you. It's funny because there's a delay for me. One time you were sitting there saying, look out for the wet spot. And I'm like, what? I've been through it. And then I realized there was...
Yeah, there's probably about a 30-second, 45-second delay.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Or when I talk to you on the radio, then I hear it. Okay, guys, I'm going to try it some more.
Sounds good.
Thanks for guiding me, Paul.
Oh, hi, Mom. If anyone ever comments on your video, on one of my videos, and someone comments named Mama CS, that is my actual mother. She's been helping me paint a room. She helped me all day yesterday, and then she helped finish it up today while I was out here in the field. She does the trim work. She's got a steady hand. My mom's a hairdresser, so she's pretty good at what she does. She was planting flowers tonight. Okay, here Dad goes. Let you guys watch Dad for a minute. That squeaking that you're hearing right now is from the scrapers rubbing on the disc blades. It keeps them clean. Here's the deal with my mom being in the videos, guys. She says she wants to remain mysterious. She can tell you that for herself, but if she wants to be in one, I don't care. That's completely up to her. I'm gonna be out here for a while yet, guys, so if you want me to keep talking, I'm more than welcome to. I know I asked a little bit ago, but it's even darker now, so just wanted to make sure you guys are okay with that. I don't want to bore you. Normally I don't live stream this long, but I literally have nothing else better to do right now in the field, so figured might as well give you guys a little bit of an insight of what's going on. And you know, nights like this go on out here on the farm. Not all that common, but every now and again we do. I can stand here in front of the four-wheeler light. It works pretty good. You like the green screen paint in my house? I don't. That's actually in the office. That's going to be the next room I paint once my room's done. But I got to pull everything out of the office to paint it. It's going to be a really light neutral gray color, almost light blue. And it's really going to lighten up the room and look nice. What herbicide did we put down for corn? What's it called? When I put my 32% on, I put Resicor on with it. And then we put our P&K and stuff on, dry fertilizer. But we hire people to do that for us, so I don't see a lot of that. We just tell them, hey, put fertilizer on, so I can't give you details on exactly what they put on. I just do the dumb guy job. Yeah. Good night, Jasper Stats. Mom Green in the office. Eventually, you guys might be able to see GF in a video where she'll talk, and I really haven't talked to her about it too much about being in videos, so we'll see. If she wants to be in them, she sure can. Do we spray post-emergence? Yeah, once the corn's about the size of a pop can or so, then we'll come through and we try to get the weeds when they're real little, and then once the corn's about knee-high, then we come through with the nitrogen bar on the front of the Heggie sprayer, and then we'll knife nitrogen in on the other half rate that we never put down. Not never put down, but I mean haven't put down yet. And then for beans, we also do it. How far am I from Newton, Iowa? Oh, 45 minutes. Do the row cleaners mess with the corn on corn that's already been seeded when you overlap the seed shutoff since the whole planter doesn't lift up? We took the row cleaners off because they were causing it to dig deeper, which was turning up more wet dirt, and it was causing rows to plug. So once we took those off, we haven't been having any issues. No, the row shutoffs work just fine, whether it's in or not. It doesn't lift it out of the ground, it just shuts off a gear that keeps it from spinning. Kind of like a clutch. I haven't cooked any chicken yet, no, because I've been out in the field. Does it feel weird when you guys tell people you watch pornography? I am also working on making a Facebook, but Facebook disabled my account the other day. So I don't know what to do to get that back working. I'm probably just gonna have to make a new account. But I had it up for like 20 minutes and then they disabled my account. So I don't know. Do we have any water hemp up here? Yeah, we do. It depends on the year. Sometimes it's worse than others. If you nip it right away, it doesn't seem too bad, but if you wait till that plant's a foot tall, you're not killing it. I agree, I don't like Facebook, but a lot of people do. So if I can provide a little more content on another platform, why not? Holy cow, I can't believe I've been talking for an hour and a half. Over an hour and a half. Dad's still going back and forth. What time is it over here? I don't know, whatever time it is central. I don't think I can see that while I'm still in the live stream. Yeah, I can. 9:42 p.m. I think with my Facebook account, what I can do is make more detailed write-ups about what we did on the farm that day and issues that we have. So, you know, we can shine a little more light into that kind of thing, because like I can make a video on it, but there's a lot of stuff you guys don't see behind the video just because, you know, your little snips and clippets here, you know, kind of like this live stream right now. If I made a video from this, you know, we might have 15-20 seconds worth of footage in the entire video from what I've done tonight since I've been live streaming. So I mean, putting the whole picture together in like a Facebook, kind of a few paragraphs explaining, you know, what I did for the day, issues we had, the things I learned from it. That might be kind of cool, a way of documenting things. It's 2:42 p.m. in New Zealand, and it's Monday. I can't believe you're watching from New Zealand. That blows my mind. You're all the way around the world. That's like 8,300 miles away from me. Crazy. And the fact that I'm talking to this little box made out of plastic and glass and other metal components and can talk to you with a 30-second delay is nuts. Oh, Dad stopped again. We're gonna run over to him. Nope. It's taking off again, baby. Oh, he's in a wet hole. He's backing out of it. Good idea. Good idea, Dad. Do I have Twitter? No, I don't want Twitter. I don't really care for social media, to be honest. I think each one has its own personality, and a lot of it's negative. YouTube's pretty positive, at least in the farming community, very positive. Instagram's positive in the farming community. I just don't care for Twitter. I graduated from college, guys. How many separator hours do we have on the 2388? I think like 3,600. It's a lot of life left in that machine. It's been a good machine for us. We go through it every year, replace what needs to be replaced. Our combine mechanic works on like 100 of them a year, and he specializes in the 2388 specifically, and he says there's a lot of life left in it. I am not the only corn star in the world, guys. There's Daddy Corn Star, and there's Cooper, there's Mama Corn Star, but there's no other Cola Corn Stars in the world. When am I going to upload more videos? Guys, I would really like to do 2 videos a week. I might even do 3 a week. At times, anyway. You can count on 2 videos a week at some point here, and then 3 if I got a wild hair in me and got some time. But the reason why I'm not doing them right now is because I'm getting the house cleaned out. Once the house is cleaned out, then I'm gonna have time to be able to do them, because I can't go home after a day of working and then edit a video and clean the house. Otherwise, I'm never gonna sleep. And I just want the house clean. You guys know how I like stuff clean, so it's gonna be Corn Star quality clean. But then once that's cleaned out, yeah, be expecting at least 2 videos a week, possibly 3. It's gonna be awesome. Am I gonna do a video of going to church? Yeah, good. I can take you guys to a Mexican church if you want, and then we can sit there and not understand what they're saying besides a few words every now and again. Some of you, I guarantee some of you speak Spanish, but I don't. What's the next purchase on the farm? Probably siding for the house or parts for the corn head. It just depends. We don't really plan out a lot of purchases well in advance, like, you know, small ones, because a lot of them are repair purchases is why we buy things. You know, the funny thing is, guys, I'm super neat and particular on the farm and, you know, with my house and stuff, but at my room at my parents' house, I don't know why, I'm just in there to sleep, so I got clothes all over, and it's actually pretty messy. You guys wouldn't think it's my room. Not gonna lie. The John Deere 4840 has 180 horsepower. it's been a good machine for us. Oh, what's my favorite Blink-182 song? I'm gonna have to go with First Date, because that was the first song I ever heard by them. I really like Blink-182, guys. I like punk rock. I like all music, but punk rock's got a special place in here. John Deere, Massey Ferguson. They're both good machines, I'm sure. We have old Massey stuff, but I don't know how the new stuff is. It's AGCO. I like Challenger, so I can't imagine it being that much different. Do a video of your beliefs and values? Well, I do toss my beliefs and values in videos as I go along. You know, I add little snippets and Instagram stories. And I'm pretty transparent about that stuff. How many individual pieces of corn do we get each season? I don't know, several million. It's a lot of kernels. Each ear of corn has somewhere around 700 kernels on it. 500 to 700 kernels, depending on the size of the ear. And there's approximately 34,000 plants per acre, and we plant 1,300 acres of corn. So you do the math. What's some advice for fresh graduates from high school? This is going to be the blunt truth from Cole. Don't be an idiot. You're an adult now. You can act like it. You don't have to make stupid mistakes and blaming it on being a kid. Just grow up. That's what I can say. I got rejected by a girl last night, and this is cheering me up. Well, you know what? Rejection's part of life. And if she rejected you, she probably couldn't handle you anyway. So it's probably a good thing. We call an ear of corn what corn grows on. Like, what's inside of this when it's on the plants? There's an ear of corn in here. And then there's kernels on an ear of corn. What religion am I? I'm Christian. I am a strong Christian. What tractor is my favorite? Probably the John Deere. No. Sorry, not John Deere. Case IH 7140. First one I ever drove. What do I like to do in my free time? I do a lot of cleaning, organizing in my free time. I like lifting weights. I like improving things. I accidentally turned my radio off. What's that, Dad?
You want to show me where to cross here to make sure it's safe?
Yep, be right down. Sorry, I had my radio turned down all the way for some reason.
Yeah, that's fine. I see some tracks there with water, but I didn't know if I crossed it.
Bumpy. We're driving through a swamp right now, guys. It's on me. There's standing water in there. It's about 6 inches deep, so hopefully you can make her through. Made it through. I'll go down and check it out, but it's looking okay right now.
Okay.
Checking out the edge of this waterway here to see if it's wet, so that way Dad doesn't plug up the planter and or get stuck. Because right now it's really hard to differentiate what's dry ground and what's wet. Do we have any new stuff coming to the farm anytime soon? Alright, Dad, there's a wet spot right where I'm at right now.
Okay, how far does it go, or I'll go around it?
Goes up to me right where I'm at right now.
Say that again, Paul.
It goes up to where I am right now.
Okay, I'll be right there.
We don't have any new stuff coming to the farm yet. I haven't talked with anybody about bringing anything out new yet or anything either. So, gonna work with what we got right now. If I could farm one, what would it be? Tacos, pizza, or hamburgers? Oh, it depends where the pizza's from. Tacos and pizza are both good answers, though. We do have Amish in our area, ex-Amish sports. About an hour from me anyway. A lot of Amish carpenters come up to work on stuff up here. Like they build buildings and stuff. They do a really good job. Sorry if I have bad connection, guys. I'm in a field right now and connection can be spotty in this particular farm. Otherwise, overall, it's pretty good where we are. There we go. Right now, Dad's planting directly behind me. We're going down this waterway. I apologize if signal cuts in and out. We're in a spot right now. It can be a little spotty here and there, but overall, where I'm at, got pretty good LTE. It says LTE on the top anyway. like we're pretty good in wet spots right here. It might be coming up on one. It might just be a shadow too. We'll find out. We're at the edge of the field. Along the edge of this waterway is a pretty good rut, so you don't want to get sucked into that. This waterway doesn't flow how it's supposed to because there's a plug tile, and we've had like 5 guys come and look at it, but no one can figure out what's wrong with it. This four-wheeler just sounds bad on camera because in person it's really not bad. Wow, someone has a really good eye. In a previous video they saw one of our John Deere 730s in a shed, and we do have one of those, and we also have a John Deere 630. My grandpa ran it for a long time. The 630 was our first tractor we ever had, and then the 730's just been in the shed for a really long time. I think it still runs. It just needs a little bit of engine TLC. Do I like Casey's Pizza? It's alright. Yeah, we just eat it a lot, and when you eat stuff a lot, you just get kind of tired of it. Have we ever eaten at the Machine Shed restaurant in Des Moines? Yes, we have. Pretty good food. We have about 600 acres of corn, 600 acres left to plant now. By the time we get down into this field, we'll have 600 acres left. About 500 beans, 200 corn. I do not play Farming Simulator, guys. We're gonna ride right beside Dad. Check out if there's a wet spot coming up or not. I know there's one over the hill, but if there's anything between here and there, we'll find out. Dad's really booging right now with the planter. Be okay. It's a little damp. I don't think I'd want to drag the planter through it, but you should be fine driving across it.
Okay.
Okay, we're coming up on another wet spot in a moment. If I can see it here. The light on this four-wheeler is not the best. The toolbox sitting on the front doesn't help it either, because it blocks your lower edge of the light. Right now, Dad, is as far as you want to go.
What's that?
Said where I'm at right now is as far as you want to go. You can come up to me, but you know, don't drive your tractor past where I am.
Okay, can I do inroads down here or not?
There's a little wet spot right here in this corner. Dad's trying to see if he can plan along this to do end rows along this waterway. I'm thinking he can. It looks pretty decent over here. So far what I'm seeing, it looks pretty good.
Okay, I'll go to the other end and come back your way, and then I'll do that.
Yeah, guys, this four-wheeler is a two-stroke. So just like what's in a snowmobile, well, some snowmobiles now are a dirt bike. That's why it sounds the way it does. What if I turn my dims on? Is that better? Huh, my dim doesn't work. We got a little pond right here. I wish there was a way I could connect my phone to the GPS on our planter and then I could pin spots that were wet spots. That'd be kind of cool. Okay, Dad, you should be good along this waterway. Once you get down to about where you crossed into, so probably like the last 100 feet, you'll see the water starting to build up on the side where it's pretty wet, and then you'll want to veer out kind of towards where you crossed. But this little corner over here is a little wet.
Okay, I'll start down a little bit, Cole.
We do have all LED lights on that tractor. There's two little cube lights in the front that are just a little bit different color. I'm gonna turn this radio down. But they shine really nice. I'm gonna get out of this corner because the connection's not good over here. There, that's better. Never mind. Never mind. We're getting to the top of the hill. How's that sound? Gotta be good up there. Looking for good signal, guys, so that way you can hear me. I think we found a spot right here on the hill. Okay, I'm gonna turn my light off so I'm sitting in the dark. Oh, are you kidding me? Very bad connection. New spot. It would help if I put it in gear, that's for sure. For some reason when I'm moving the connection's just fine, but now it's flashing very bad connection. Unless it was doing earlier and I just didn't notice it, which is also a possibility. Do I plan on pursuing a career with my degree, or do I just want to farm? I want to farm. I think farming is a pretty noble profession in what it is, and I honestly can't work for anyone else because, frankly, no one works like me, so I'd have a hard time because I'm very particular and I have a lot of methods I would like to employ, and I like working on my own hours. I think Dad said something. The radio turned on. Did you say something?
What's that, Cole?
Did you say something?
No, I'm just, I suppose I should plant these rows east and west.
Yep. It's not that I can't be hired by anybody. I mean, I've worked for people before and I do give it my all, but in the long run, I can't see myself, you know, building up someone else's dream essentially while I'm working for them. You know, I'd rather have people work for me. Is there a way I can, like, I'm gonna mute the microphone quick because I need to go to the bathroom. Give me a sec. Okay, we're back, guys. I feel better now. You can go down just about to where you cross there. Where you cross, that's pretty moist, but then that's probably where you should stop, and then you can trace it over to that other waterway and do your end rows over there.
Okay, it looks like I made her.
I'm starting to get tired, guys, and I'm pretty hungry, even though I'm probably going to be up for a couple more hours yet. Do the Amish tractor in my area? I've never seen any with tractors, but then again, I really haven't looked too hard. Why am I named Cole the Corn Star? Well, I was looking for a YouTube name, and that's the reason why it took me so long to... There's a light on this flashlight somewhere. It's the reason why it took me so long to make a YouTube channel, because I couldn't think of a good name. And I was talking to one of my friends, and I just asked, like, hey, do you have any ideas? And they said, Corn Hub. And I was like, nah, it's not that original. And then I just thought Cole the Corn Star, and I'm like, perfect. So that's why I'm called Cole the Corn Star. What's Cooper doing right now? Cooper is at the lake for the weekend with his girlfriend and their family. So, haven't seen a whole ton of him lately. How long does it take to plant an acre? About 3 minutes. Our planter can do 20 acres an hour on a good field. The radio's kind of annoying sometimes. I'm pretty sure I said methods, even though meth heads are a thing. Funny, someone called me Coleslaw, because that's actually one of my nicknames. Is Dalton the youngest on our operation? Actually, Cooper is. Cooper's 16, he'll be 17 in October. Dalton just graduated from high school. Cooper's gonna be a junior. Since I'm done with school, am I gonna be full-time again on the farm? Not that you really ever left. Sorry if you answered this question already. Yes, I'm going to be at the farm full-time. Sorry this light is kind of spotty. If I shine it right on my face, it's super bright, and we'll just kind of have it off to the side. Point it up here in my hair. But yeah, I will be here on the farm full-time. That's what I plan on doing. I really like farming. How are the mosquitoes out there tonight? Knock on wood. Haven't had a single one bite me. So pretty good. Either that or I just stink and they don't like how I smell. Yeah, if I'm nice to my mom, you could call her and ask her to bring dinner. No, it's not early enough to eat supper yet anyway. But she's been working hard all day. She doesn't need to make us anything. How's the corn seed doing in the field that you planted from your sponsorship? Okay, so that's Champion Seed is the sponsor. I haven't looked at it for a few days, so I really don't know. I'm assuming it's up. Should be doing pretty good. My birthday is in August. Do I have a sister? Yes, I do. You know, Steven, I would make some Schwann's ice cream to eat, but I don't have any at my house. It's Daddy Corn Stars. Hey guys, stop asking for shout outs, please. It's not that I don't want to give shout outs, but if I give a shout out to everyone who asked, I would have just a lot of my video or live stream would just be to giving shout outs.
Shake the governor's hand. I'll be right back.
10-4. And shout outs are nice. Yes, I agree. If someone has really good content for a shout out, I'm more than willing to do that. But it's something I have to feel is something I would want to watch in the first place, and then have you guys watch as well. Having content is another thing. If you don't have any content, what's the point of a shout out anyway? Because people don't subscribe to no content. But if you have really good content and I like it, yeah, I'll give you a shout out. Is it true that corn is knee high by the 4th of July? Well, a lot of years it's actually almost tasseled by the 4th of July, so it's usually 7 to 8 feet tall at that time. Have I seen any pterodactyls out there tonight? Nope. What's my dad's obsession with Heinz ketchup? He likes it. Okay, Rod makes stuff. If you don't think your channel is good, just find one thing you don't like about your videos and just keep improving on that. That's what I try to do, is just find one thing in each video that I can do better than the last. And then over time, you know, over several videos, it's just going to get better and better. So you can't be too hard on yourself all the time. And it's not that I'm trying to be rude about that stuff, guys. It's just, you know, sometimes you got to be truthful with yourself too. I'm just blunt about it. Have I seen Daddy Cornstar tonight? Yeah, Dad, he's over the hill in the planter right now. Our oldest tractor, we have some 1920s, late 1920s Model Ds, John Deere Model Ds, but they don't run. Okay, also guys, when it comes to shout outs, like, unless you're like the millennial farmer giving a shout out, you know, he has a lot of people to check stuff out. But me, if I give a shout out to somebody, it might not be that impactful, I guess. And also another thing, a subscriber, like, subscribers are great. I love all of you guys. But just because someone has a lot of subscribers doesn't mean really anything. You've seen channels before that have 1 million subscribers but have 10,000 views on a video. You know, I care more about my interactivity with you guys. I want some true Royal fans. I could care less about my subscriber number. I want true fans, and that's what you guys are, and I really appreciate that. I'm 21 years old. Ooh, Dad's gonna run me over here in a minute. I better move. Ooh, he's gonna get close to me anyway. There's Daddy Cornstar, guys. How late am I going to be on here? Oh, I don't know. A little while longer yet. The oldest tractor we have that runs is a 1965. It's the Oliver 1950. The newest tractor we have, tractor-wise, is a 1991. It's the K7140. Our sprayer is the newest piece of equipment we have, and that's a 2005. Do you have any advice for high schoolers who would like to start farming? Yeah, work hard. Don't do dumb stuff. Have a head on your shoulders. Okay guys, I think what I'm going to do is go another 6 minutes on the live stream. I'm just starting to get pretty tired, and I've been talking about a lot of stuff. I feel like I'm getting boring. So once I feel like I'm getting boring, I want to be able to entertain you guys as much as possible. I have a lot of footage I can edit and make more videos with, so I'd like to say I'm going to get 2 out this week, but I don't know. It depends on the schedule and how well the house cleans up and how much I get done. What happened to the fenders and the hood on the Oliver? The fenders are in a building somewhere, and I don't know where the hood panels are. Suppose I could point the light on me. Does anybody walk beans anymore? Yes, they do, but not that often. We're getting pretty close to Memorial Day, guys. That's tomorrow. So be sure to go out and support your troops for everything that they've done for our country, and those who gave the ultimate sacrifice of, you know, allowing us to be free by giving their own life. It's pretty cool. We get to live in a place where we get to say that. Any advice for a 13-year-old trying to make a good YouTube channel? Yes. Make as much content as you can and always try to improve it. Be very skeptical about your own content. Like, I go through mine with a fine-tooth comb, and like, I'm really honest about it on if it's entertaining or not, or good, high quality, because that's what you want. Dad's gonna run me over if I don't get out of the way. We do plant soybeans, guys. We're just trying to get the corn done first, because June 1st is the day that the national crop insurance deadline is, and then your coverage gets slashed greatly after that point. Another thing about YouTube videos is, honestly, the biggest one is just make videos, because that's how you get better at making videos, is by making them. And be yourself. Being yourself is the biggest thing you can do too, because everyone likes a genuine person. If you try to be someone you're not, people are going to be able to look right through that. So always try to improve yourself, and you'll do great. Like learning how to speak better in front of people, you know, like live streaming right now. Like I'm learning a lot on how to continuously flow conversation and read questions while I'm talking. It's hard to do. I don't like having dead spots in my stream where I just don't talk. It's definitely a learned skill. Nick Welker was on here earlier from Welker Farms, and he mentioned that it's quite the process to learn how to be a better people person, and that's what I want to do. I want to learn how to communicate better, so I can grow a lot by just talking to more people. I used to be very introverted, and I started talking to 3 new people every day, and that makes you talk a lot more, and it makes you really comfortable around people. Alright guys, we got 30 seconds left in the stream, and then I'm going to call it a night from streaming. We'll get this field done. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll be able to see when we get this done, what time. If I remember to post it on there, I will. But until then, thanks for watching, guys. You guys are awesome. New video out for sure Saturday at 6 o'clock p.m. Central. There's one out before that. Who knows? We'll see. Alright. Good night, guys. We'll let the stream catch up with you a little bit so you can say what you need to say. We'll give it another 30 seconds. Thanks for watching, guys. I really enjoy answering your guys' questions. If you have any more questions, keep doing great. Superliner 101, you're 13. You got a lot of time to improve. If you don't like your videos, find what you don't like about them. Make them better. You know, find the bad spots, make your bad spots your good spots, and make your good spots better spots. Good job, guys. All right. Good night. Be sure to get some sleep. I'll try to take my own advice. All right.